Our next honoree is someone I've been hearing about for years, and before, let me just say something. Let's hear it for the class of '59. Over the years, like I said, my 16th year here, over the years, certain classes sort of stand out for one reason or another. And one class that always stands out for participation, coming back to events, being here, I'm always here, is the class of '59. Dave Quehl's here, former member of the Board of Trustees. Dave, you were 58, though. No, 59. You were 59. Okay, okay. I knew you were playing on the same team, but the class of '59 is always well represented here. So thank you for coming out to support your classmate today. Your classmate is someone I've heard about for years. People talk about, and very often I hear about him for lacrosse. Tom Greene was the starting quarterback for Holy Cross in the late '50s. He got first team All New England honors in both 1957 and '58 seasons, his junior and senior year. Interestingly, this is a fact I didn't know until I was preparing for this conversation. He was featured on the cover of the 1958 NCAA Media Guide, the first time a player in the East had ever been so recognized. He still ranks as Holy Cross's all-time leader with an average of 17 yards per completion. And while it's also difficult to maintain reception yard records, passing one is in that same category. The game has changed. Still nobody, we'll see, 54 years later, has broken his record for yards per completion. 17 yards per completion is a phenomenal number. Not only is he an outstanding athlete, he was outstanding in the classroom as well. He received academic All-America honors as a senior. He's the epitome of the Holy Cross student athlete. He's also named Crusader of the Year this year, which must have been a very quick meeting to decide that decision, 1959. As a two-sport standout, he, like Johnny Turco, is a breed that has vanished. People that can play two Division I varsity sports, because he was perhaps as good in lacrosse as he was in football. He was a two-time All New England honors in lacrosse, 2 years. After graduation, he played in the AFL for both the Patriots and the Dallas Texans. He was inducted in the Hall of Fame at Holy Cross Hall of Fame in 1973. I'd like all of you to welcome the one and only Tom Greene.
Before I start, let me just say that when I arrived on this campus on a beautiful late summer day in the fall of 1955, John Turco was a name that was mentioned with awe and respect by everyone who knew him, had seen him play, or had heard anything about him. The coaching staff at that time just had nothing but respect. And on that coaching staff, of course, was Mel Masuko, who was the other halfback on that team with John in the year that he graduated. So, ladies, gentlemen, friends of Holy Cross, I'm glad Father Madden isn't here today, because he never approved of having any kind of notes when one was speaking, and I had, of course, a series of crib sheets the year that I won the Amelia Award and had to go, but he made me throw them all away. But he's not here, so I'm going to use these. During the late 1930s, in the heart of the Great American Depression, a soon-to-be best-selling autobiographical novel was released by the publisher of the acclaimed North Carolina novelist Thomas Wolfe, entitled "You Can't Go Home Again," about his early life in Asheville, North Carolina. Old Tom was a Tar Heel graduate of the University of North Carolina, but if he had been a Holy Cross Crusader, that book might have been entitled "You Can Go Home Again." In any event, I feel at home here today at the College on the Hill, where over 50 years ago I was educated and prepared for the challenges of life by my studies of the eternal truths established through centuries of Jesuit teaching and thousands of years of Judeo-Christian tradition. For this, I remain ever grateful to Holy Cross. Mary Jo and I generally take a long walk the first thing each morning. We live midway between the Johns Hopkins and Loyola University campuses, and we frequently head towards one or the other. That's our normal practice. When I see these college students on the campuses today, I am always reminded of my own student days on this campus in the late 1950s. We were a small, all-male school then. All faces were familiar and friendly, and an easy camaraderie among students was evident everywhere. Two of my classmates, Tim Buckley and Bill Maloney, have made a special effort on my behalf for today's activities, for which I am grateful. The entire end of this room is their special effort. To my many classmates and contemporaries from those long ago days who are here for this happy occasion, and for the many loyal and supportive living and deceased teammates who made this recognition today possible, I salute your commitment to Alma Mater, and I accept this recognition in your names. I am very proud to be able to tell my friends at home that we played against the best opponents then, and when we were healthy, we competed favorably against them. I am also very, very proud to have been here at a time when the men's athletics were a source of great interest and pride, not only to the entire student body, but to a large segment of the population of Worcester. And I now think of this as the old Holy Cross.